Hello, everyone. Today, I hope we all had a very good day and a very, very safe day ahead and you enjoyed your evening. Today, we're here to talk about the Sacred Circle's goals and the reason it was formed and its creation behind it. Okay, many centuries ago, when Ra began a revolution of liberating slaves from all the from the Notan king, who was a known villain on the other worlds, he began this revolution, leading all these slaves free. He liberated all of them from their freedom, gave them freedom. In exchange, the slaves will become his followers and his disciples, and also becoming his members of the organization known as the Sacred Circle. Henceforth, the Sacred Children became well aware of his activities, and they decided together that they'll become known throughout the sacred world and throughout the sacred universe and throughout sacred history as the Sacred Circle. From there, the Sacred Circle began its mission, liberating worlds and planets that have been under Shadow Empire rule over the following centuries, liberating them, fighting the sea creature that began attacking the other watery worlds and all the watery civilization. The Sacred Circle started reconquering all those worlds and fighting against the sea creature, which was the most mortal enemy that the Sacred Circle was able to confront within the past few centuries. Ra and the Sacred Children and his original members waged war with the sacred creatures known as the sea creature, able to exactly fight it and also defeated with the swords, able to exactly use dark magic to fight off the creatures and its armies and its armadas. By fighting with the creatures at the ancient temples, they managed to exactly ward off its slaves and all of its people, freeing all the other worlds and all the other captive people. In doing so, they began to reconquer all those worlds and all those planets into their sole control, removing the control of the intergalactic coalition and the alliance and the Formation Hunters and the other heroes. Before the Universal Heroes were ever reformed, the Sacred Circle started exactly taking charge and taking notice of Universal Man and Universal Woman and the Alliance that Valak Hellfire and all the other former members of the Alliance who were exactly part with it started exactly began an uprising of the Formation Hunters to exactly exterminate the Supernaturals. But the Sacred Circle could not exactly could not exactly proceed ahead with its mission when the uprising began. Ever since it began with the uprising started to destroy everything within the sacred world and all the other planets. The Sacred Circle moved forwardly with its plans, started exactly reconquering all the worlds and all the civilizations. After doing that exactly, Ra and the Sacred Children started forming the central command of the Sacred Circle and its headquarters within his big mothership in order for them to exactly meet and discuss and the options and begin their conspiracies against the other heroes and against all their foes and enemies. In doing so, the Sacred Circle started extending invitations to other known villains such as Queen Ivy, Cain, Destiny Child, Shadow Child, Superior Child, and also the other unknown supervillains known as Bond, in order to exactly use their talents and their expertise and their individual powers and their compatible powers to exactly seize control of the known universe and of the known planets. Over the following centuries, when the World Magic was defeated by the Universal Heroes and was quietly killed, the Sacred Circle started hearing the news and they were quietly pleased with the results and they were quietly happy to move forward with the next phase to know exactly how many heroes were quietly in league to get working together in league and were quietly signing forces. They even formed an alliance with the Court of Nature, another super society of supervillains, which exactly wants to seize control of planets and worlds and civilizations. Even Shadow Jack agreed to this alliance. They made a deal that together they will conquer the worlds and all the other planets in exchange for the liberation when all the intergalactic coalition and universal heroes have already started with their missions and with the rest of the assignments. When the universal heroes managed to liberate all the worlds and all the other planets from the Shadow Empire control, able to exactly do that, the Sacred Circle started taking initiative for its operation and started to exactly resume control over the reconquered worlds and the civilization. In doing so, exactly, Ra and the Sacred Circle and the other members started meeting up in monitors and started convening and discussing the outbreak and the out mission and the outcome of the mission, that Witch Girl, the high-ranking member of another organization of villains known as the Order of the Five, who exactly managed to attack the universal heroes with the magical powers, and able to exactly vanquish them. By doing so, Ra became so obsessed with shadow energy and power and immortality that he had to exactly resume power and seize power for himself and for the organization, for his society. His followers and the sacred children and the dark druids and the dark witches began working together and coordinating together, sending their agents to wreak havoc across worlds and across civilization, using aliens and martyrs to cause attention and turmoil throughout the sacred system and throughout all the other worlds and throughout all the other civilization. By doing so, exactly, they believe that the chaos would exactly have benefit for them to start reconquering all the worlds and all the civilizations, in putting them in their sole control. Over the past few years, when the Universal Heroes have been fighting with the Founders, the Order of the Five, the Order of the Six, the Order of the Seven, the Dark Order, the Court of Nature, and also the other supervillain societies, the Sacred Circle and all its members and leaders were well aware of the Universal Heroes' development and also of their mission. They decided it's best to hire an enforcer. An enforcer would be well known as Windmaster. Windmaster, a known mercenary and a very, very, very strong and formidable foe and supervillain, became the enforcer of the Sacred Circle, started to exactly help them by backing them up, by giving them information and exactly advising them to exactly attacking all the other villains. Ghostmaster began an operation undergoing the Sacred Circle's operation, started to experiment with technology, with alien technology from another world, that the Sacred Hunters have lost track of it, that he managed to exactly use it to recreate a robotic child, train him, and exactly mold him into a weapon so that he could exactly fight for his own various reasons. The Sacred Circle and the Sacred Children and the other Dark Druids and Dark Witches could not exactly let that happen. They informed they led one of their own members to tip them off as an anonymous tip-off and tell them that the Ghostmaster is on a rogue mission and is actually reviving and resurrecting a rogue agent who could exactly destroy everything. The Universal Heroes heed the call, and they started to exactly working together to stop this sinister attempt from taking place. The sinister attempt was quietly foiled. The Sacred Circle moved forward with its goals, with its missions by seizing power, by seizing intergalactic power, by creating chaos, havoc, and throughout their known worlds and throughout their known civilizations. By doing so, they'll have much more control of the other worlds and all the other civilization. Even Level Up Bringer convened with the other members and started informing them what was exactly taking place with the Alliance and with the Universal Heroes and with the Four Nation Hunters. Started telling them that the situation is quietly hit up a very, very, very turn with the power vacuum of the Shadow Empire. Ra exactly told her that no, that will be quietly fine for the next matter, as long as the two forces quietly fight each other and keep distracting each other for as long as possible. The Shadow Empire warlords convened with the Sacred Circle to discuss to hire a bounty hunter. The Sacred Children girl, known as Morena, exactly agreed on this tactic, and she said that the bounty better exactly succeed in its mission, which it quietly heavily did. By doing so, the Shadow Empire warlords agreed, and they heavily proceeded. When the Court of Nature leader, known as Noten Jackson, a supervillain, came to Ra and informed him that his attack was quietly a fail, Ra didn't quietly take the attack quietly lightly. He exactly took the attack as quietly as a permissive outcome that is exactly with the result that it should have exactly came. Shadow Jax applied the Court of Nature and the Sacred Circle with technologies, with alien technologies and worldly technologies from other worlds and from other universes, giving them teleportation devices that can able to teleport and move out all the other worlds, creating a virus technology that could destroy everything with a snap of its finger, destroying everything and seizing information, creating icicle technology and crystal technology that could exactly store technology and exactly give them power and seizing control, and also holding the other worlds captive in order to exactly harness the power of the crystals and of the dark crystals and of the dark energy. The Dark Druids and the Dark Witches and the Sacred Children focus all their power and all their energies within the dark crystals enough in order to exactly invest in the investment, and enough in order to exactly invest in the investment so that they could exactly give it to the other buyers in the other clans known as the Alien Agents, or the superhuman supervillain team known as the Sacred Line, a very, very powerful group of superhuman villains who exactly want to create chaos and havoc throughout the other worlds by exactly doing so. The Sacred Circle has worked with other numerous villains such as Ghostmaster, Shadow Hand and Shadow Arrow, Shadow Fly, and also the other villains known as Ghost Boy, who is a high-ranking member of the Order of the Five, in doing so to further up their ambition and their goals by creating chaos, havoc, extortion, and also manipulation, and playing events by playing their role in catastrophic events that could easily benefit them in a long-term plan and in a long-term mission. The Sacred Circle believes in a mission of exactly ruling the known universe and all the worlds and all the other civilizations by exactly liberating all those who are quietly captive slaves, and they can still persistently wage war with the Intergalactic Coalition and the Universal Heroes and the Alliance. After hearing of the outbreak that the Universal Heroes fought with the Dark King's forces and with the other forces and Ghostmaster and the success of the mission, the Sacred Circle was quietly pleased of the results and were quietly happy with the results. Despite this, the Sacred Circle is very ambitious, very relentless, and very persistent in its mission to seize control of the sacred world and of the sacred universes, no matter what. Its members have individual talents, expertise, powers, different abilities. They have an enforcer, they have a leader, they have original members, which are the followers of Ra, and some who joined in, others who left throughout the entire organization, some who stayed for so long who are the original members, some who have become even original members, new members came, other members joined in. So that is the story of the episode of today. We're calling it the Sacred Circle. Hope you all have a beautiful day, and it's quietly raining outside as you can actually hear, and it still is raining. Stay safe and stay happy and enjoy yourself today and be very careful. Bye. Bye.